This is Andy with Mountain Computers. I want to do a full follow-up on the last video, which was firewalls. I was looking at the footage and I didn't get everything quite accurate because, you know, when you're doing this, you tend to have 99.9% of the information accurate. However, you'll miss a few things. So let's talk about the port numbers. The port numbers are very important, and there are probably a dozen of them I want you to understand when it comes to a firewall. Letting things in and out, both in a business and a home network or a small business network. Okay? In most cases, you won't have any firewall ports open on your small business network or your home network, but in a business network you might. So let's talk about those port numbers. And let's talk about them by application. So email. I didn't talk about email at all. And there's a bunch of ports on email. In the old days, there was port number 110 and 25. 25 was SMTP, that's to send mail, and port 110 is to receive mail, that's your inbound. So your inbound was on a couple different protocols. 110 was POP3, or IMAP, or and your outbound was SMTP. So that's still the same. But the port numbers going in and out are different based on whether or not they're secured or unsecured. 25 out, 110 in. And then let's talk about inbound secured, 995, 465, or is it 993, 465? I can't remember. And so when it comes to email, those are the basic ones. There's IMAP, there's file sharing. There's a whole bunch on file sharing. There's 3 of them. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but you don't need to know about those. And if you do, look them up. Oh, SQL Server, it's 1433. RDP. 3389, that's remote desktop, that's 3389. There's a couple others that are pretty significant, and somebody's going to tell me I forgot it, but 1433 is SQL Server. Just remember, all port numbers that have a non-secure port, there's a secure version of it. Telnet is 25. How can you tell, oh, and I did mention one thing in the previous video which wasn't quite true. How do you know if your firewall is open or not? There are actually websites that you can go to that will scan your original IP address and look to see if any of the ports are open or closed. Be careful when you do that. I'm going to put in the links in the comments, a couple websites that you can trust for the moment. Because things change. I can't control the internet. That will scan your IP address and scan your WAN network router and see if any ports are open. And if they are open, you should make a note of it. And if it comes back clear and there's no ports open, you're good to go. One other thing about home business, small businesses, is the PCI compliance for your credit card machine. I just found this out because my PCI compliance for my credit card machine has to be done quarterly, and you know, the company didn't tell me I had to, basically saving me $25 a month in a PCI compliance fee. So anyhow, you go to this website, you fill out their form, they scan your network, they ask you a few questions. It's actually pretty stupid, but do you let like terrorists into your network? Yeah, I'm going to check that box. Not. I think the other thing about firewalls is oh, your computer's at night. I do leave my computers on at night, but I don't leave them unlocked. And I have passwords on my computers. So when you get ready to go to bed at night, one thing about a firewall is your computer may be on. And if there's something in there that you're not aware of, it typically can't get through unlocking your computer unless it's tracking your keystrokes. So I suggest on your computer, just Windows logo L to lock it. That's the Windows keystroke for locking your computer. And then the other thing that you want to keep an eye on is, I mean, if you want to turn your computer off at night, and when you turn it on in the morning, you don't have to worry about a firewall being on or off because the computer's not on. So that's it for now, and I will be back. Like, share, comment, donate. Sponsor, that's a great one. I'm talking to Cisco, TP-Link, SonicWall, Newegg. We'll clean this up. You know, I don't need to go into post and clean up this video. The way I dress, the way I talk, a lot of people like the clarity, the simplicity. and not the technical jargon. But you do need to know numbers. You do need to know how to troubleshoot properly. Listen carefully. And if you need to, shoot me an email. mountaincomputers.org is our website. So talk to you soon. More to come.